Hey, you guys, I am back. I have not been live talking about branding and marketing in over a month. I went live just for fun last weekend to shout out Confectionally Yours in the Sherman Phoenix for their amazing new cinnamon rolls. But today I just wanted to get back to business. So I missed you guys. I have so many notes and so many topics that I plan to share before the end of the year to help you as we prepare for the new year and prepare your brands, your businesses, your ideas that may not even be brands or businesses yet that you definitely know you want to launch. But today I want to talk about the power of video. I'm excited that some of the 2020 statistics have started coming out as it relates to social media marketing, video, different platforms, because I was really anxious to see how coronavirus or the pandemic impacted the way people use social media, because it really sets the stage for what next year is going to look like, because the expectation is that it's going to take till about the end of 2022 for us to get back to whatever normal looks like after we come out of this pandemic and this election. So just want to come in and share some things with you. It's fourth quarter. It's time for the fourth quarter press. It's time to finish strong. And so these are tips that you can implement or my team can help you implement as we head into 2021. So let's talk about video marketing. Video still continues to be the best performing digital content type on all social media platforms. So I know if you're my client and you're watching or listening, that I'm always highly encouraging video live or pre-recorded, but there should be some type of video content included in your marketing strategy because it is the highest consumed, it has the highest activities, it gets shared the most. And so for those of you out there watching that just don't feel comfortable doing video, my recommendation is that you get comfortable being uncomfortable, or you could find your pages flat, you could find your ads making less of an impact. There's so many creative ways to do video. You can do it as an animation on a graphic. You can use apps to just record your voice and have the sound waves there with a static picture. And so until you're comfortable doing what I'm doing right now and just going live, and really confidence comes with knowing your content and understanding your numbers. And I'm not some person with a photographic memory. I have notes so I can make sure that I give correct statistics, so I can make sure that I have a framework for what I want to speak about. And my notes are always in front of me. They're down here right now, especially if I'm really getting into a technical discussion. And so if you need to have notes and bullet points to keep you focused as you are delivering whatever it is you're delivering via video, do it. But don't not do video or not integrate it into your social media strategy and your approach just because you are scared or uncomfortable, or just because you don't feel like combing your hair or throwing on a little makeup. And then I'd also recommend, this wall in my house was created for the sake of doing video. So it doesn't have to be this elaborate. It's also my office space, but knowing that I go live and that I do Zoom meetings and all of the different things that I do throughout the day so often, this was a really important part of my home for me when the pandemic hit, was that I had a background, because as people are scrolling through videos, the more engaging and interesting your background looks, the more apt they are to stop scrolling and actually listen into what it is you say. And then also captions are important in titles. So back to the statistics. 6 out of 10 people prefer to watch online videos than even television at this point. And if you think about, if you have children, like I have children, they are on their iPads and their mobile devices as much as we allow, watching Netflix, watching YouTube, watching and consuming as much video as possible. They're learning things. And now, of course, school is virtual. So that other piece is in there. So now they figured out Zoom and they figured out Google Meets and Hangouts and all of these different things. And so 6 out of 10 people, video on mobile continues to grow 100% annually. The amount of people watching video on a mobile device grows at 100% annually. And that is a statistic that stands. 92% of people share videos in which they engage with. So people are more likely to share a video that you shared about your product or service than just a infographic or just a bunch of pictures. I mean, think about Beyonce recently with her Ivy Park drop. I mean, when I love when celebrities like herself do a full campaign. First of all, because it shows the power of a campaign. So many people are wondering why their marketing and why their brand is flat and their reach isn't growing and their client base isn't growing. And it's because the approach is more about promotion than actual marketing and a campaign that comes with it. There is always a campaign that it should ensue when you launch something new, and then there should be continuous building of the brand that happens consistently every single day if you have the bandwidth to do that. And then also with that, there should be the diversification of the type of content. So if you look at Beyonce, she always does a full campaign shoot in every single look. Then she does videos. You know, she's done some hilarious ones with this last drop. Then she does the influencer piece where she melds these crazy, very in-depth boxes, like rolling closets, to key influencers' homes, and allows them to take pictures in them and to spread the word. Then she hits the cover of Vogue, so she doesn't forget about the public relations aspect from a partnership with another major brand that can only pump it up. And then she engages family and friends, which a lot of us stopped there. I mean, her mom had on the new suit as she was standing next to Kamala Harris at one of the last rallies prior to the election. So if you thought it was just athleisure and you thought you couldn't wear it for a professional function, all of a sudden Tina Lawson shows us you can wear the drip there too. And so that is the power of what happens with a full brand campaign. It's not just about build it and they will come. It's about build it aesthetically, build it strategically, build it from a video standpoint, build it from a visual picture standpoint, build it from a caption, words. I mean, all of these things. So if Beyonce is willing to go that hard in the paint, this is the person who can drop an album tonight at midnight and it go platinum by tomorrow. If she's willing to invest, because you have to think, she had a clothing line that flopped. So in her mind, this is not a guaranteed situation. This is the other thing that's very strategic about what she's done. That House of Darion clothing line that flopped, if you're, as old as me to remember that, in the late 90s, early 2000s, that was an independent situation where her and her mom were going to different buyers in different stores. Now through this distribution partnership with Adidas, she's covered some of her upfront costs. She's covered her bases. She's shown the power of brand collaboration because now she can get it out to the public easier and she can produce in higher quantities. And she doesn't have to figure out how to carry a line year round. Some of us just do too many products at once. She's dropped 2 drops in limited availability this year. So she's also created a scarcity model that really works in marketing. So all of that was for free. Nothing that had nothing to do with video, but it's necessary. So then go back to video. 78% of people like to learn via video. LinkedIn, so let's go into some of the platforms. If you share a video post on LinkedIn, it has 20 times the engagement. On IG, video has more engagement and more of a propensity to be shared than any other type of content. 85% of people are using more than one device at a time. So for example, you're on a Zoom call. I know I'm on Zoom calls a lot of the day. My phone is right here while I'm on my computer, shameless plug of the PowHER everywhere. And so I tend to have to, even during the call, I will look something up for individuals while on the computer on my phone. And so the power of being able to move your content around in all of these various spots is super duper important. 54% of consumers are demanding more content videos. And so like right now, I'm using a platform called StreamYard. Love StreamYard, have introduced it to so many people over the last year. The reason that I love StreamYard is because this is streaming right now on my personal Facebook page. It is streaming right now on the PowHER Network Facebook page. It's also streaming on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna then save the content because there's not a third-party app that can stream your video on Instagram yet at the same time that it's doing all of these other pieces. So I'll save the video after the fact, or StreamYard will save it for me, and then I'll download it, and then I'll put pieces of it and chop it up into segments for IG. And so that's a really easy, great way to hit all your spaces at one time. 7% of emails are open more if the word video is in the title. Now, open rates on video or on emails usually, especially brand messaging, email marketing campaign videos, are usually between 3 to 5%. If you really have a core audience, it's even less than that if you're a newbie emailing people. And so to have 7% of emails be open more if the word video is in the title is a really, really great. If you don't get anything else out of this video, that tip is money. And if you're not using email marketing as part of your marketing, if I said this a few weeks ago, if your entire business structure is built only on social media, then you're building on a straw house, because we don't know. I mean, with all of these congressional hearings and all these rules that have come up because of the election, because of that documentary, The Social Dilemma, because of all the different things that are happening, you need to make sure you are building your email marketing list, because you wouldn't want your page shut down or to be put in Facebook jail or to be locked out of Instagram. I had a really good girlfriend who's a phenomenal coach lose her IG recently. You don't want to lose one of these platforms, and that's the only place that your core audience resides and that they are used to hearing from you, getting to you, booking you, because you would be that's letting someone else control the destiny of what's possible with your business and really giving them the power to handicap you at any given moment. And if your page gets shut down, there's no appealing it. It's just gone. And so it's just not a chance that you want to take. 1 billion hours a day are spent on YouTube across the globe. And so a billion hours are spent on YouTube. On IG, Instagram is the fastest growing social channel for sales. So if I am a huge advocate, and I always have been, of be where your audience lives. But a lot of the rules of engagement have gone out the window in 2020. And because of people being home more, because of people looking for content, because of people getting more comfortable with technology, more of that demographic that wasn't previously using Instagram, because it was more younger people, are starting to really build there as well. And so you need to pay attention to both. And there's some features and things, and we won't get into all of that today. I'll do that another day, that are on IG that it's just smart, especially if you're selling a tangible product. The integration of Instagram with Shopify, for example, if you have a boutique or you're selling any type of actual widget, is just something that cannot be touched. The fact that shopping cart can show up and that person can impulsively and immediately hit it, see the price, and then be taken to your checkout, that it would be foolish not to take advantage of something like that. We live in a world of impulsive shoppers. We live in a world where people are willing to do something based on the ease. I think about my shopping habits. I am an Apple Pay, PayPal person. And so typically my purse is downstairs in our home and our bedroom is upstairs. And I'm usually like in my bed shopping on my phone. If I get to a place of checking out, and for some reason, my card doesn't come up as saved in my phone because I've got all my 3-digit codes memorized, or PayPal or Apple Pay on an option, I actually have to go downstairs, get my wallet to get the card. I would say it's in the 90 percentile that person's going to lose my sale that day, because a lot of the times it's not something that I need. It's just something that I want. And if they give me time to think about it, I'm out. Now, I will say for the large retailers and Actually, I can do this within my website, so you don't have to be a large retailer to do that, but you can track your abandoned carts and you can send that message that we all get saying, hey, did you forget something? Hey, that little nudge can go a long way, because it could be similar like to what I did, of just, I didn't have my wallet right there with me at the time, but reminding me about it, or telling me that today now it's on sale. What a great strategic play that is for any brand. 75% of users take action after viewing a brand video. I think about some of the Tasty videos. That's a cooking site that, they do the time lapse where they show you how to pull a recipe together super fast. And and even recently, I'll mention something locally. If you're watching this from Milwaukee, Tony Cash, which is one of the dopest video tech, I don't want to call him a videographer because he's so much more than that, but video marketing specialist. We'll just give you that title, Tony. He was home recently because he splits his time between here and another state. And he went into the Sherman Phoenix and he did some videos for Adesha, who made that cinnamon roll, bacon top cinnamon roll situation that I did a live for last weekend, and for Sauce and Spice, which is a Black-owned pizza company in the inner city of Milwaukee. And he just did videos of them showing the process of how they make this food from scratch. And it made you hungry. It made your mouth water. It pulled you in. It was so effective that he literally posted the pictures earlier that week. And I made sure to get there on Saturday and to support those businesses, because it did not leave my mind from seeing how amazing the video was laid out and watching the artistry that goes into making a pizza, making a cinnamon roll. I was sold. I was hungry. It did everything that it was supposed to do. So that is the power of video. So make sure you guys are figuring out how to integrate more of it. It's not going anywhere. If anything, it's just going to continue growing. Get your YouTube channels up. Figure out a way to either pre-record or go live and then save the videos, archive them. I got one of the biggest opportunities that I had this year from a speaking perspective. They found me on YouTube. They saw me on YouTube interviewing different executives around the country. And from that video, gauged that I would be a great host for their virtual event. And there were thousands and thousands of people watching from all over the country. And it was a very cool opportunity. And this was a Fortune 100 company that booked me. And so I just shared that testimony to share with you the power of video marketing, that this is a way of me doing video marketing, even with doing these lives and these free tutorials, because what it does is it shows the knowledge, it shows the research, but it also creates an archive. So when people Google me, this type of information shows up and they can quickly see the substance that comes behind the brand. So don't lose the opportunity to do this. You guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Peace, love, power. I'm out.